Bella remained seated on the edge of her bed, her thoughts racing in different directions. The frightening picture she had imagined refused to leave her mind. She closed her eyes and whispered a short prayer. God, please guide me. I don't want to hurt anyone. I only want to do the right thing. After taking a deep breath, she stood up and looked out through the bedroom window. The compound was quiet. The evening breeze gently moved the flowers in the garden while the security lights illuminated the driveway. Bella folded her arms. Tomorrow, I'll find the right opportunity to speak with Sir Nathan. But I have to be very careful. If I accuse someone without evidence, everything could become worse. She nodded to herself. No. I'll only tell him what I personally know. Nothing more. Satisfied with her decision, she switched off the light and went to bed. The following morning, the mansion became lively once again. The aroma of freshly baked bread, fried eggs, and hot tea drifted from the kitchen. Mommy Rose moved from one corner of the kitchen to another while humming an old gospel song. Bella entered wearing a simple blue dress with a white apron tied neatly around her waist. Good morning, Mommy Rose. Mommy Rose turned around with a warm smile. Good morning, my daughter. You woke up very early today. Bella smiled. I couldn't sleep much. So I thought I should help with breakfast. Mommy Rose nodded knowingly. You're still thinking about something. Bella smiled awkwardly. A little. Mommy Rose gently touched her shoulder. Whatever it is. Pray about it. God has a way of settling difficult matters. Bella smiled gratefully. Thank you. I needed to hear that. Upstairs, Elena was getting ready for school. She ran excitedly into Bella's room holding 2 different school ribbons. Auntie Bella. Bella laughed. What happened this early in the morning? I don't know which ribbon looks better. Bella pretended to study both carefully. This blue one matches your uniform perfectly. Elena smiled happily. I knew you would choose this one. Bella laughed. You already knew the answer. I just wanted you to confirm it. Bella helped her tie the ribbon before adjusting her neatly pressed uniform. There. My princess is looking beautiful. Elena twirled happily. I'm going to be the prettiest girl in school today. Bella laughed. I'm sure your classmates will agree. Downstairs, Nathan was already seated at the dining table reading through several business documents while sipping his morning coffee. He looked tired. His phone kept vibrating with messages from work. Bella entered with Elena. Good morning, sir. Nathan looked up and smiled. Good morning. His eyes rested briefly on Elena. My princess. You look beautiful. Elena smiled proudly. Auntie Bella helped me. Nathan looked toward Bella. Thank you. Bella nodded politely. You're welcome, sir. Mommy Rose served breakfast. Everyone began eating quietly. After a few minutes, Nathan suddenly looked at Bella. I've been meaning to ask you something. Bella looked up. Yes, sir. Nathan placed his cup on the table. Yesterday at the PTA meeting. Were there any complaints? Bella smiled. None at all. In fact, most of Elena's teachers couldn't stop praising her. Nathan looked pleased. They said she's respectful, hardworking, and very confident. Nathan smiled proudly. I'm glad. Bella continued. They also said she always speaks kindly to her classmates. Nathan looked affectionately at his daughter. That's my girl. Elena giggled. I learned that from Auntie Bella. Bella immediately smiled shyly. Nathan noticed the genuine affection between the two of them. For the first time in years, Elena looked completely happy. The realization warmed his heart. A few hours later, Nathan arrived at his company's headquarters in Victoria Island. The board meeting had barely started when his phone vibrated. It was a message from Ken. "My guy, don't forget we're meeting this evening." Nathan smiled before typing a quick reply. "I remember." He returned his attention to the presentation. But strangely, his mind kept wandering back home. He remembered Bella laughing while describing the Lagos traffic. He remembered the excitement on Elena's face after the PTA meeting. Without realizing it, he smiled. One of the directors noticed. "Sir." Nathan looked up immediately. "I'm sorry. Please continue." He silently wondered why thoughts of home had become more comforting than thoughts of work. Back at the mansion, Bella was helping Mommy Rose arrange fresh flowers in the sitting room. Suddenly, the front gate opened. A sleek black SUV drove slowly into the compound. Bella looked through the window. "Are we expecting a visitor?" Mommy Rose frowned. "I don't think so." The driver stepped out and hurried to open the rear passenger door. A well-dressed elderly woman wearing an elegant lace outfit and expensive jewelry slowly stepped out. She carried herself with confidence and authority. Bella whispered softly. "Who is she?" Mommy Rose's cheerful expression disappeared instantly. "Oh," she sighed quietly. "I wasn't expecting her today." Bella became curious. "You know her?" Mommy Rose nodded. "Very well." Bella looked confused. "Who is she?" Before Mommy Rose could answer, the woman entered the mansion without waiting to be announced. She removed her sunglasses and looked around the sitting room. Her sharp eyes missed nothing. "Mommy Rose. It's been a while." Mommy Rose forced a polite smile. "Welcome, Ma." Bella immediately greeted respectfully. "Good afternoon, Ma." The elegant woman looked Bella up and down for several seconds before speaking. "And who might you be?" Bella smiled politely. "My name is Bella, Ma. I'm Princess Elena's nanny." The woman slowly nodded but said nothing. Instead, she continued studying Bella with quiet curiosity. Mommy Rose sensed the tension immediately. She quickly stepped forward. "Ma, please have a seat. I'll bring you something to drink." The woman smiled faintly. "No. I'm not here for refreshments. I'm here to see my son." Bella looked from Mommy Rose to the elegant woman, completely confused. "My son has been avoiding my calls for almost 2 weeks. So I decided to visit him myself." Bella's eyes widened slightly. She finally understood. This woman was Nathan's mother. An uncomfortable silence settled over the mansion as Bella wondered whether this unexpected visit would bring peace, or uncover yet another family secret waiting to be revealed. The atmosphere inside the mansion changed almost immediately. Bella could sense it without anyone saying a word. Mommy Rose, who was usually cheerful and relaxed, suddenly became unusually careful with everything she did. She quickly adjusted the cushions on the sofa before turning respectfully toward the elegant woman. "Please, Ma, have a seat." Nathan's mother sat gracefully, placing her designer handbag beside her. She looked around the spacious living room, her sharp eyes taking in every detail. "It seems my son has made a few changes to the house." Mommy Rose smiled politely. "Yes, Ma. He renovated the sitting room a few months ago." The older woman nodded absent-mindedly before her attention returned to Bella. "And you're the new nanny?" Bella nodded respectfully. "Yes, Ma. My name is Bella. I started working here not too long ago." The woman continued observing her quietly. "There must be something special about you." Bella looked confused. "Ma, my son rarely keeps domestic staff for long. He's very particular. If you've remained here this long, then you must be doing something right." Bella smiled humbly. "I'm simply doing my job, Ma." Nathan's mother gave a small approving nod. "I like humble people." Before Bella could respond, the sound of a car engine echoed from outside. Mommy Rose smiled. Sir is back. The elderly woman glanced toward the entrance. Good. I've been waiting to see him. A few seconds later, the front door opened. Nathan walked inside while speaking on his phone. Yes, send the documents before 5 o'clock. I'll review everything myself. He ended the call and looked up. The moment his eyes met the woman sitting in his living room, he froze. Mom. The woman smiled warmly. Have you forgotten that you have a mother? Nathan sighed before walking over to greet her. When did you arrive? About 30 minutes ago. Nathan kissed her lightly on the forehead. You should have called. She laughed softly. I did. You ignored my calls? Nathan smiled awkwardly. I've been very busy. She looked at him knowingly. So busy that you can't answer your mother's phone. Nathan rubbed the back of his neck. I'm sorry. She smiled. I'll forgive you this time. Nathan sat beside her. How have you been? I've been well. And you? Nathan nodded. Work has been keeping me occupied. His mother looked around the house. I can see that. But work shouldn't become your entire life. Nathan smiled faintly without replying. Just then, the front door burst open. Daddy. Elena ran into the sitting room with her school bag bouncing behind her. Nathan stood immediately. My princess. He lifted her into his arms. I missed you. I missed you too, Daddy. Then Elena suddenly noticed the elderly woman sitting on the sofa. Her eyes widened. Grandma. Nathan's mother opened her arms immediately. My beautiful granddaughter. Elena ran straight into her embrace. I didn't know you were coming. I wanted to surprise you. Elena smiled brightly. You succeeded. Bella watched quietly from a distance. Seeing Elena so happy made her smile. Nathan's mother looked at her granddaughter carefully. You've grown so much. And you're becoming even more beautiful. Elena giggled. Daddy says that every day. Nathan laughed. Because it's true. The older woman smiled. I've missed both of you. Elena held her grandmother's hand. You'll stay for dinner, right? Nathan's mother looked toward her son. That depends. Will your father chase me away? Nathan laughed. Mom. This is your home. You're always welcome. As everyone settled down, Elena suddenly remembered something. Grandma. I won 4 awards yesterday. Nathan's mother looked surprised. 4. Yes. I was the best behaved student. The best in spelling. The most outspoken. And. She paused dramatically. I was the overall outstanding student. Her grandmother clapped excitedly. My goodness. That's incredible. Nathan smiled proudly. Our princess keeps making us proud. The elderly woman kissed Elena's forehead. I'm so proud of you. Then she looked toward Nathan. You've done well raising her. Nathan's smile faded slightly. I've tried. His mother noticed the sadness hidden behind those 2 words. She knew raising Elena alone had never been easy. A few moments later, Elena grabbed Bella's hand. Grandma. This is Auntie Bella. Nathan's mother smiled. We've already met. Elena shook her head. No. You don't understand. Auntie Bella is my best friend. Bella laughed shyly. Elena continued proudly. She teaches me. She helps me with homework. She tells me bedtime stories. And she even knows how to braid my hair. Everyone laughed. Nathan's mother smiled warmly at Bella. So, you're the famous Bella I've been hearing about. Bella looked surprised. You've heard about me, Ma? The older woman nodded. X. My granddaughter talks about you almost every time we speak on the phone. Bella smiled modestly. I'm honored. Nathan quietly watched the conversation. He noticed how naturally Bella fit into the family. She wasn't forcing anything. She simply cared. And somehow, everyone around her seemed happier because of it. Later that evening, dinner was served. The dining table was filled with steaming pots of jollof rice, fried plantain, grilled chicken, and Mommy Rose's famous vegetable soup. Nathan's mother took one spoonful of the soup before smiling. Mommy Rose. This tastes exactly the way it did years ago. Mommy Rose laughed proudly. My recipe hasn't changed, Ma. And it never will. Everyone laughed. For the first time in many months, the mansion felt like a complete home again. The conversation flowed naturally. Laughter echoed across the dining room. Even Nathan found himself laughing more than usual. Nathan's mother quietly observed him. She hadn't seen her son this relaxed in a very long time. She smiled silently to herself. Perhaps this house was finally healing. Later that night, after everyone had gone to bed, Nathan's mother remained awake on the balcony overlooking the quiet compound. The moonlight illuminated the garden below. Mommy Rose walked outside carrying 2 cups of hot tea. I knew I'd find you here. Nathan's mother smiled. You still know me very well. Mommy Rose handed her one of the cups. The 2 elderly women sat together in comfortable silence for a while. Finally, Nathan's mother spoke. Rose. Can I ask you something? Of course, Ma. She looked back toward the house. That young lady. Bella. Mommy Rose smiled. Yes. Nathan's mother took a slow sip of tea. What exactly is her story? I've been watching her since I arrived. The way she looks after Alena. The respect she shows everyone. The peace she has brought into this house. She paused thoughtfully. I don't believe she's just an ordinary nanny. Mommy Rose smiled knowingly but chose her words carefully. No, Ma. She isn't ordinary. God brought her here for a reason. Nathan's mother looked thoughtfully toward Bella's bedroom window, where the light had just gone off. Something deep inside her heart whispered that Bella's arrival at the mansion was not a coincidence. She didn't know why. She couldn't explain it. But for the first time in many years, she felt that destiny had quietly begun writing the story of Nathan's family. Nathan's mother remained silent for a long moment, her eyes fixed on the upstairs window where Bella's room was. The gentle night breeze rustled the flowers in the garden, creating a peaceful atmosphere. Finally, she turned to Mommy Rose. Rose. You've worked with this family for many years. You know me. You also know that I don't judge people too quickly. Mommy Rose nodded. Yes, Ma. Nathan's mother sighed softly. But something about that young woman is different. I can't explain it. There is peace in the way she speaks. There is kindness in the way she carries herself. And the love she has for Alena. She smiled faintly. It doesn't look like someone who is only doing a job. Mommy Rose smiled knowingly. You're very observant, Ma. Nathan's mother looked at her. So, what do you know that I don't? Mommy Rose hesitated. There are some things I can tell you. And there are some things that are not mine to tell. Nathan's mother nodded in understanding. I respect that. Mommy Rose continued. But one thing I can say confidently. Since Bella entered this house, everything has slowly started changing. Nathan's mother listened attentively. Princess Alena laughs more. She smiles more. She sleeps peacefully. Even the workers in this house are happier. She paused before adding softly. And Sir Nathan. Nathan's mother raised an eyebrow. What about him? Mommy Rose smiled. He smiles again. The older woman looks surprised. My son. Yes. You know how quiet he became after everything that happened. Nathan's mother nodded sadly. I know. There were days he wouldn't even answer my calls. He buried himself completely in work. Mommy Rose sighed. But lately, I've been seeing the old Nathan again. He laughs. He jokes. He even sits with Elena after dinner instead of locking himself inside his study. Nathan's mother looked thoughtful. That's a good sign. Mommy Rose smiled. It is. But Nathan's mother noticed the hesitation. But what? Mommy Rose lowered her voice. I just pray nothing destroys the peace this family is beginning to enjoy. The older woman nodded slowly. So do I. The following morning, sunlight poured through the large windows of the mansion. The house slowly came alive. Bella was already in the kitchen helping Mommy Rose prepare breakfast. She arranged slices of bread neatly on a tray while humming a soft worship song. Mommy Rose smiled. You really enjoy singing? Bella laughed. I sing whenever I'm happy. And whenever I'm nervous. Mommy Rose raised an eyebrow. So, which one is it today? Bella laughed again. A little of both. Before Mommy Rose could ask another question, Elena ran into the kitchen. Auntie Bella. Bella turned immediately. My princess. Elena hugged her tightly. I had a dream. Bella smiled. What did you dream about? Elena's eyes sparkled with excitement. I dreamed that all of us went to the beach together. Bella laughed. Really? Who is all of us? You. Daddy. Grandma. Mommy Rose. And me. Bella smiled warmly. That sounds like a beautiful dream. Elena nodded confidently. It felt real. I hope it happens one day. Bella gently touched her cheek. Who knows? Maybe it will. Just then, Nathan entered the kitchen. Good morning, everyone. Everyone greeted him. Good morning, sir. Nathan smiled. It smells wonderful in here. Mommy Rose laughed proudly. That's because breakfast is almost ready. Nathan looked toward Bella. Good morning. Bella smiled politely. Good morning, sir. Nathan noticed how naturally Bella and Elena interacted. Elena barely left Bella's side. The little girl held Bella's hand while talking excitedly about school. Nathan couldn't help smiling. His mother quietly entered the kitchen just in time to witness the scene. She said nothing. She simply observed. Breakfast was filled with laughter. Elena entertained everyone by acting out funny moments from school. She even imitated one of her teachers. Nathan laughed so hard that he almost spilled his tea. My princess. You should become an actress. Elena laughed proudly. No. I want to become a doctor. Bella smiled. That's a wonderful dream. Nathan nodded. And I'll support you every step of the way. His mother watched the interaction silently. For the first time in years, she saw genuine happiness on her son's face. Not the polite smile he showed business partners. Not the forced smile he wore in public. This one was real. She silently thanked God. Later that afternoon, Nathan's mother decided to spend some time alone in the garden. Bella was watering the flowers nearby. The older woman smiled. Bella. Bella immediately stopped what she was doing. Yes, Ma. Come and sit with me. Bella hesitated slightly. Are you sure? She smiled warmly. I don't bite. Bella laughed softly before taking a seat beside her. For a few moments, neither of them spoke. Then Nathan's mother finally broke the silence. Tell me about yourself. Bella looked surprised. There isn't much to tell, Ma. I come from a humble family. My father passed away when I was younger. My mother struggled to raise all of us. I was fortunate enough to study hard. I graduated with first-class honors. The older woman looked impressed. A first-class graduate. Bella nodded modestly. Yes, Ma. Nathan's mother looked genuinely surprised. Then why are you working as a nanny? Bella smiled calmly. Many people ask me that. She looked toward the colorful flowers. I've learned something in life. Every honest job deserves respect. It's not the title that gives a person value. It's the impact they make. Nathan's mother remained silent, carefully listening. Bella continued. I worked in an office before. The salary wasn't bad. But I wasn't happy. I was constantly under pressure. I barely had time for my family. She smiled. Here. I found peace. I get to care for an amazing little girl. I've met wonderful people. And every day I go to bed knowing I made someone's life a little easier. Nathan's mother looked deeply moved. She reached over and gently held Bella's hand. My daughter. Your parents raised you well. Bella smiled gratefully. Thank you, Ma. The older woman hesitated before speaking again. Can I ask you one more question? Bella nodded. Of course. Nathan's mother lowered her voice. Do you intend to stay in this house for a long time? Bella thought carefully before answering. As long as God wants me here. And as long as Sir Nathan and Princess Elena still need me. I'll gladly stay. The older woman smiled warmly. That's a beautiful answer. At that very moment, Nathan walked onto the balcony overlooking the garden. He looked down and saw Bella sitting beside his mother. The two women were laughing together as though they had known each other for years. Nathan smiled to himself. Seeing the two most caring women in his home getting along so naturally filled him with an unexpected sense of comfort. Little did he know. His mother had already begun to see Bella not merely as an employee, but as someone whose presence had quietly become woven into the fabric of their family's healing. And somewhere deep within her heart, a silent prayer had already begun. Lord, if this young woman is truly part of the future you have planned for my son and granddaughter, then let your will be done.